Hey, thanks for stopping by the channel. I'm a big guy. I really love my Sunray 109, but how do you shower in these things? Well, hey, that's what we're going to talk about today. Watch how I make shower 1.0, and then a little bit later, check out shower 2.0. Here we are at Turtle Rock out west in our big trip.
All right, here's our shower house. Yescom 6.7 foot awning. And bungeed over there. And I bought these clamps. I'll show you what those look like a little bit better, but I'm clamped up here. Shower rings, these. Now if I would have went with a bigger clamp, or bigger, whatever, I can't think of the name of these things right now. But if I would have went with bigger ones of these, it would have fit onto the rod, but I didn't. So then I used some of these to clamp the corners together. I'm gonna get the spring-loaded clamps to go on there. Also purchased some of these tabs that slide down through the rail. I had to cut the rail. You can take this cap out, or just cut that little piece of it so that you can slide those down. Clamped over here, and then we go in. Over here's our tire. And here's our shower. Still the stock shower. Haven't updated that yet, but and looking forward to a warm shower, hot shower here in a little bit. We'll see how it holds up with the wind. Good morning. We're going to do some campground engineering. So the problem that we have to solve is we have to make a shower curtain that stands on its own out from the side of the camper. And we did put up a Yescom 6.7 by 8 foot awning over there. And the awning works okay and everything, except it's just really big, takes up a lot of room. And when you already have the ARB room off the one side, it basically triples the width of what that you need to camp. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is I'm gonna take the rods. I'm gonna leave the, if you know how the awnings work, I'll show you here in a minute. I'm gonna leave the awning up top and take the rods that are the support that come out, and I'm gonna form a triangle. I'm gonna take this. This is a expandable paint handle for painting. And I got it at Walmart, and Walmart doesn't sell like, at least none of the Walmart, I mean, I went to like 3 different Walmarts on this trip. They don't sell expandable tent poles. So in fact, if you look for any sort of expanding pole, they just didn't have any. So I just was thinking, you know, what do they have here? They have to have something. What about painting? I went over there and sure enough, found this expandable paint pole. So I'm going to basically form a triangle. This arm comes out, this arm comes out to a single point, which will be this, and it'll be fastened on there. And basically I bought that, and then I have this idea. I'll show you. You probably want to see my hand, but hey, I ain't a professional. I have an idea for making this work. So I'm going to show that to you here in just a minute. Get to work. All right, I want to show you what I came up with. So it's not trimmed up. I told my family this is my new voodoo stick. But what I did is I took the hinge, and yes, I have with me my DeWalt and a step bit. It's like, why not bring it? It doesn't take up much room, and I made these holes a little bit bigger. These are where the rods are going to come through, and I just added 2 holes to the hinge so that I could zip tie. You should always bring zip ties with you when you're camping. They're too light and don't take up much space for all the benefit they can do. In fact, when I was on the trail, I had a rock that bumped my exhaust, my muffler, out of the rubber mount. And if you've ever put one in a rubber mount, you know those are horrible to get in and out of those mounts. So I used zip ties to tie that thing up to get off the trail. In fact, then I drove, a couple hundred miles yesterday with it that way. We got here on this trail, and I was able to, in the dry sand, get out my little bottle jack, and I jacked it up and worked that exhaust mount back in. Now everything's fine. But anyways, back to this. So the goal is the 2 rods are gonna go in here. This is for a rope. So you see how I bent that over? I just I had a pair of channel locks and a pair of pliers, and then just put this bend in it. And this is gonna be a rope that goes down to a stake. So we're gonna form a triangle. I'm gonna trim all these off here in just a moment, and you'll get a chance to see what that looks like. My shower power hour hopefully is around the corner. All right, in process here, I'll show you what I've done. So a little block of wood that I just cut, drilled, and I brought the rods out. Have the middle strap on to hold the tarp up, the awning. And I brought the rods out. I put them through here. Put a rope down to here. Now there's a couple little extra bolts on the end of these, which I just used to hold the rod in there a little bit better. But let me tell you something. Harbor Freight for a couple of bucks. Bring one of these with you. I bought that and brought it, and that and brought it. So sounds like we are out of propane. So I'm gonna finish getting this put up though. Behold, shower 2.0. You see, we got our rope, like we talked about. Got our rods. Got our tarps. Both these, before we came from Amazon, they just clamp down. They'll clamp on any tarp. Come in. Use that as a mirror. That's what we do. And then you just clamp these two together here at the bottom, and you are shower ready. Unfortunately, we ran out of propane, so I'm gonna run down to town and get some propane. The good thing is, when you run out of propane, you always have backup. And then we also have backup to our backup. Won't be anything stopping us. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to make some coffee.
Okay.
So just
A lot of work grinding that thing, huh?
takes a few minutes, but it's all good.
Yeah. Amy says, camp hair, don't care. And we also we bought this super solar shower, and that's not, we don't really plan on using it for a solar shower necessarily. We can, but we'll probably just heat up water, pour it in.
How does it? Right.
This one too, or no?
I gotta get water.
All right.
You guys want oatmeal?
Yeah, oatmeal sounds good. With some cranberries in it and some maple syrup. Mm-hmm.
Making coffee. See this? See, this is the fresh print. Not fresh prints, but a French press. Okay. I'm going to push the grounds down. Okay. So Mom's making coffee. And just steadily push it down till it stops. And there you've got some good coffee.
Yum. Good job.